Hey guys, 27 Timmy here. Um, this is going to be my in the bag update review, whatever. I haven't made any videos in a while. I just made one a few minutes ago about my updates and my discs that I've found and traded lately, just to show you guys what's going on. I told you to go look me up on Facebook. Got my Facebook page going now. Boston Design, BOSTON, DESIGN. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I muffled that again. Look me up. That's where you can hit me up for discs. If you want to buy any discs or if you want to get anything custom dyed or anything, just hit me up there. Send me a comment. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But this is my in the bag update. I've done a lot of changing to my bag. Almost everything's different, like since the last one. So you guys are in for something new. Still rocking my Fade tourney bag. Loving this thing. Got my two towels over here. One for the black one's for the discs, the red one's for my feet when I have to go run in the water. I carry a softball in here as usual, some sunflower seeds, some allergy medicine, bug spray, a birdie bag, so basically a finger grip bag, and some business cards. But that's not really what you guys want to hear about. You want to see my discs. So I know really nobody really does it, but I'm going to show you my mini. It's my little Pandemonium mini mustache panda. I think that's pretty funny. But let's get into discs. I'll put my bag right here. We've got my two putters, two main putters. These are probably the discs I use most in a round. This one is my soft magnet, the soft Pro D plastic. I like it. It's not super flexible, but it's soft. It's nice. It gives me a good grip. It's very beat in, so it flies very straight unless I upshot it and then it turns over. It's great for Annies for about 200 feet or so. Really like this disc, but more upshots are with my my Pro D magnet. This isn't the soft version. This is just the regular D magnet. And I really like this for my upshots. A little harder, a little more overstable. I'll still flip it at 220 feet. So it's a good tweener disc. Like I said, this one I use for more of my putting. This is more of my upshot disc. But I still have another putter in here, and that would be the Soft Challenger, Discraft Soft Challenger. Both of those putters down there I just threw are the both of the magnets are 175, and the regular Pro D is a 176. Just so you know. This is my Soft Challenger. Little beat in. I really like this disc. It's my driving putter usually. I can throw this thing about 250, 250 to 280, depending on where I need it. No, probably about 250. Yeah, let's say 250, 260 when I really rip it. It's 174. It's slightly beat in. I can flip it if I need to, but I usually just put it on a huge hyzer line and let it ride for about 260 feet for those shorter holes with some tricky trees and stuff. Really like this disc. But those are my three putters. Next we'll go to mid-ranges. I carry mainly one mold of mid-ranges. The one that I don't carry that's the same as the Comet. I've got one Comet. This is a Discraft Comet. It's a 166. Really light. It's a real flippy disc. I'll usually throw it for calm days. I can rip it to like 260 to 280. Keep it really flat. Or if I want to Annie in 260 to 280, if I flick my wrist, I'll flip this over. This thing doesn't really ride on a hyzer route, but I can put it on one for about 240. It's a good disc to have. It's a good training disc. Definitely has helped me out, and I enjoy throwing it. These are all rocks. I'll go over them. They're pretty much all in line of stability, mostly. The bottom one I have here is my beat up DX rock. Absolutely my favorite rock, hands down. I can do whatever I want with this disc. If I throw it lightly, it'll hyzer out. If I throw it with some good arm, I can keep it flat, and if I flick it, I'll flip it over, and it'll do exactly what I want. This is 171, so just my weight. Most of my rocks are about 171. So there's my DX rock. Then I've got an R Pro rock. This one's also 171. This one's it's a pretty straight flyer. I can flip it over if I really crank on it, but mostly straight, and then usually it'll fade back sometimes. Lately, I've been flipping it over a little bit more, so I've been throwing one of my Rock 3s a little bit more than this. Then we've got my Fear the Deer KC Glow rock. I really like this rock. This one's a 177. I want to say it's a 177. I really like it. It's pretty new, almost not even beat in. You can see there's a little scraping in there, but I barely use it. But I really like it because when I need something that's overstable, but not as overstable as my Rock 3s, this has a little less glide because I think the plastic and it's not as wide as the Rock 3. This has a little less glide, so it goes a little shorter, and it still fades pretty good, but not as good as my Rock 3s. Then I've got an Ontario rock. This is a factory second star Ontario rock, max weight 180. So it's a little overstable, pretty straight. It's usually used for those straight to little fade disc. I can really crank it out there because it's max weight. I really like it. Don't use it much, but it's in their bag because I need it sometimes. Probably one of my favorite discs in my bag is this Rock 3. I've had this Rock 3 for almost a year now. It's 170, beat in, so it's not as overstable as my newer Rock 3, but pretty flat. It still fades out quite a bit, but I can really throw this thing far. Like I said, it's replacing my R Pro rock right now because I flipped my R Pro rock a little too much. So when I don't want to do that, I almost aced today with it at 350. Just let it glide down the hill and almost aced. I really like that disc. My newest rock, Rock 3. So max weight 180. Basically, if I'm looking for a one of my rocks for the wind, this is it. Super overstable. I can really chuck it far. I can get it about 300 feet if I really try. One of my favorite discs. Then we'll move on to fairways. I carry 5 fairways. Basically, if you're looking for an understable fairway that you just need to really crank out on an ante, you get the River. The River is a fantastic disc. It will never fail you. With the flick I throw it, it can really ante, and I really just absolutely love the disc. I don't know what the weight is, but I believe it's like 173 or so. But it's a good disc. For straight, real accurate, real tight woodsy shots, I throw my 2-time Barry Schultz Leopard. This thing's max weight 175. Real like tight, low ceiling, straight tunnel shots. I pull this out and I can really chuck it. 310. I enjoy throwing that disc too. It's a nice disc. Recently added to my bag is the Ken Climo 12-time T-Bird. Love the T-Bird. This thing's a 176. Absolutely my favorite fairway driver. I don't know what I was doing when I had my Eagles, but I was really missing out with the T-Bird. The T-Bird's been so great to me. I've been able to park it on so many holes. I just love it. Then I've got my 2 Banshees. This one's just a custom Sharpied, regular. It's an older Banshee. It's got some dings in it, but it's a good overstable fairway. And then this is the bar stamp, the Innova bar stamp special edition. This is max weight 175. I really like this plastic, super grippy. This Banshee's not super overstable. If I flick it, it'll go straight. Sometimes it'll even turn over a little bit, so it'll fly up, kind of turn, and then it'll come back a little harder, which I really like. It's a fantastic disc. If you can get your hands on one, I'd say go get one. So those are my fairways, and then I break my distance drivers into 2 sections: controlled shots and then max distance. I've got 4. Technically, I have 4 control shot discs. First one being the Innova Monster. Basically, what I use this for is just controlled hyzer bombs. Something that I really need to bomb. Just get it out to the right and bring it back left. Put on a huge hyzer, but I don't want to overthrow the hole. I'll pull this out. Then I've got a beat-in Echo Star Valkyrie, max weight. Really like it. It's a good turnover disc. I can really chuck it 450 feet if I really try. It's a fantastic turnover disc, and I can use it for rollers if I really need to. If I really flick my wrist, it'll flip up and it'll ride for a long time. But if not, I kind of put it on about 7 o'clock and it'll flip up. It'll sit there and it'll slowly go like this, and then it'll come back and land pretty straight. That's probably one of my favorite discs. Also, it's the oldest disc in my bag. Well, not oldest, but it's the one I've had the longest. Then I've got a pretty brand new Valkyrie. This is a Glow Champion Valkyrie. This is a 168. Basically, what I use this for is just a controlled distance driver. Something that I need to get out there, but not super long. I almost never use it, but I have it just in case I get to a hole that's like an odd number of like, what, 380, 360, 380, and I need that one driver that can really get out there and it needs to stay straight. I'll pull that out. And then my last control disc, which you probably just think I'm stupid for having, I have a Goldline Stiletto. You see that? Stiletto. It's a max weight 175, and you probably just like, are you freaking kidding me? I love this disc for sidearms, just coming through there. I can really hold it flat, doesn't flutter much, and it just stays dead nut straight until about 100 feet, and then it'll really start to fade out on me, and it skips like nobody's business. But I also use it for huge hyzer bombs. Like, if you're looking for a hyzer bomb disc, this is probably one of the best discs. This, the Boss, the D1, the D2, the Destroyer is pretty good, but this thing is really overstable. It is a fantastic bombing disc. You won't throw it super far, but if you're looking for a disc that you can consistently throw in the wind, it's the Stiletto. Then we'll get to my last 4 discs in my bag. These are my distance drivers, used for various distance shots. One's a little less overstable than the others, and that would be my West Side Sword. I just put this in my bag today, actually, but it's a fantastic disc. I love it. I can flip it over a little bit, and it'll come back about halfway, and just I can rip the crap out of it. 400 to 415. Just a control driver. It's a 173 in the VIP plastic. I'm really getting into West Side. They got some fantastic discs. Same with Dynamic and Latitude. I'm really opening my eyes to other companies. Another thing I have is it's a Star Destroyer. This is kind of a controlled bombing disc. I can throw it really far. It's overstable. I can just bomb the crap out of it. Usually used for the windy shots. I'm gonna pull this out. For less windy shots, but I need to pull out 450 or so, I'll pull out my Star Boss. This is a 168 Star Boss. Today I almost aced with it also at a 415 hole. I don't know how I did it. I really just got around the disc and flicked it, and it started off like this, and then all of a sudden the wind just hopped it up and flipped it like that, and it came back, and it almost went in. I was super excited, and then it just missed it. I overthrew the hole that's 415 by a good 35 feet. So I can really bomb that disc. And then my all-time bombing disc that I throw just super far. Sometimes it's the Boss, sometimes it's my Prodigy D2. This Prodigy D2 has some of the best gripping plastic I've ever thrown. It really just sticks to my fingers, but it's low profile, so when I throw it, I don't get grip lock. My fingers come off of it nicely, but just the perfect amount of grip where I can get around and release. Just flies really nicely. Flies like a Boss. Goes a little further. This is 173. Prodigy makes some really good drivers. I really like the D2. If you guys don't have one, I'd recommend them. Go check one out. Same with the West Side Sword and the Boss. But that is my disc update. I really pretty much redid my whole bag. I mean, there's about I can think of three solid discs that I've had from the beginning. And that'd have to be my Beat-In Valkyrie, my Monster, and my my Rock 3. While in that, most of my discs have just been adding on through the year, through the months. Next year there'll be some changes in my bag. I'm thinking about getting a dynamic suspect, to take my Challenger out of my bag. Put a suspect in there. It's a nice putter mid-range disc, overstable, controlled. That's what I'm about. I'm about control. I'm also thinking about switching my putters to the Judges. I was supposed to have a dozen come in, but like I said in my last video, it kind of biffed on me and it didn't fall through. So I'm gonna have to go order some new Judges. But that's what I got going right now, guys. This is what I'm throwing. It's pretty set in my bag. I mean, I'm not really taking many discs out right now and changing them unless I really, really like a disc. But this is pretty much set in stone right now. If I do change it, I'll let you guys know what I change. If I really make some dramatic changes in my bag, I'll just do another bag review. But most likely it'll be one disc at a time through the next few months and years. But that's what I got going into the fall, guys. Definitely going to use this as many of my tournaments coming up and in the spring, because I won't be playing disc golf much in the winter. But that's what's going on. That's what's in my bag. 2013 fall, September. But that's what's up. All right, guys. Check me out on Facebook. Like me, comment, subscribe. Like the video. Not you can like me, but like the video. Comment, subscribe. If you want any discs out of my bag, let me know. Probably won't sell you that disc, but I can refer you to where to buy them. But that's what I got going on. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.